Welcome to another episode of Full Metal Random. Today we've got a very good match here for you. We've got Caleb Coho, who's I think knows a little bit about Pirates of the Caribbean. He just won't stop talking about it. I don't know. He's putting his knowledge on the line against Brian Michaels and Lucas Shellbat. But anyway, without further ado, let's hear what the competitors have to say. Brian, how do you feel about this match? And yeah.
I mostly just came here to have fun. I mean, at this point, Caleb has either written or asked every question there is to ask for Pirates of the Caribbean, so I kind of expect him to win. But I did try to do a lot of study. I'm going to try and put up a fight. I was going to come in just wear my Goonies pirate shirt, and then my son reminded me he had a costume, and he made me wear this hat. So here we
are. Next up, we've got Caleb. Caleb, how do you feel about this match?
I watched the first three and the fifth one, and I just said I don't have the emotional energy to sit through four again. So I was just like, all right, if I die on a fourth movie question, so be it. But I'm down to answer questions about the other ones.
And last but not least, Lucas, how do you feel about this match, and have you done much studying?
Well, I meant to do a lot more studying than I ended up doing, and then life stuff got in the way. So I didn't expect to win anyway. I just, as long as I don't go 0, I'll be happy.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun match, and how the random matches work. It's Iron Man format. You get like a 25-minute main round. You'll get a short break after the 15 minutes. Then we'll do the last 10 minutes. Then there'll be a 3-minute speed round, in which if you get a question wrong, then you lose a point, and then you get one right, you gain a point. But without any further ado, let's go to the first question, and it's probably going to be a softball, but we'll find out. What is the lowest grossing Pirates of the Caribbean movie worldwide?
Worldwide?
Ooh.
Yeah, worldwide.
And we're good just doing subtitles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, because I think most people know it's the Pirates of the Caribbean match.
Fair.
It looks like everyone's got their boards up. Caleb's probably a little bit frozen, but Caleb, are you ready? I'm going to assume he's ready. Don't know if he's saying anything, but
We're off to a great start.
Brian, what do you have?
Worldwide is Curse of the Black Pearl.
That is correct. Caleb.
Can you see me and hear me? Good?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see and hear you.
The Curse of the Black Pearl.
And Lucas.
Curse of the Black Pearl.
And everyone is on the board. And next question is, how many Oscar nominations has the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise gotten altogether? And yes, this movie has been nominated for Oscars, surprisingly. I'll go to Caleb next on this. Caleb, what do you have?
Is it 10?
Ooh, Lucas, what do you have?
5.
That is incorrect. Brian.
It is 11.
That 11 is
What did I
correct.
miss? It's 4 for Curse of the Black Pearl. There's 3 on Dead Man's Chest and 2 on At World's End, or 3.
I don't remember because I didn't actually
There are
watch
2
it.
for At World's
0
End.
for 4
I
and
believe
5.
the first one has 5.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one's 5. Okay, that's why I missed that.
Actor, makeup, effects, sound, and sound.
I forgot about hair and makeup on Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, next question. Which 2 actors are the only 2 to be nominated for Worst Supporting Actor at the Golden Raspberry Awards?
Ooh.
You want the actors' names?
The actors' names, yep. And Brian is furiously writing the answer, but I'm going to go to Lucas first on this.
I believe it's Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp.
That is incorrect. Johnny Depp would have been lead. Brian.
I Javier Bardem, and I just guessed Jeffrey Rush, although I don't think he got nominated.
One of those is correct. And Caleb, what do you have?
Same one, Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Rush.
It was Orlando Bloom and Javier Bardem. But anyway, the next question is, name 2 of the 4 directors that have directed movies in the franchise. And everyone is ready. Brian, what do you have?
Gore Verbinski and Rob Marshall.
That is correct. Caleb.
Gore Verbinski did the first 3, Rob Marshall did 4, and Espen Samberg and Joe Roning did the 5th one.
That is all correct. And Lucas.
Did not have it.
Next question is, on Stranger Tides, loosely draws in plot from a novel written by which author? It's the only one to actually be not completely connected to the ride.
I figured that a question was going to come up based on this thing, but I figured it would be like, which movie is the only one based on a novel?
Yeah, I saw this earlier today and I didn't remember the name.
I'm going to be so pissed because I think I have the last name wrong.
Okay.
And both Brian and Caleb are ready. Give Lucas a quick 5 count. 5.
We're good.
Boom. Caleb, did you get an answer?
Is it Tim Phillips?
That is incorrect. Lucas.
I wrote The Island of Dr. Moreau because I have no idea.
That is incorrect. And Brian.
Dr. Seuss.
No, it's Tim Powers.
Tim Powers.
That's right.
I'm going to start with a P.
Your next question is, what is the name of the ship that Jack and Will commandeer in The Curse of the Black Pearl?
This is what I'm talking about. I did a lot of like deep cut studying, so I was like, ooh, directors. All right.
And everyone is ready. Lucas.
The Interceptor?
That is correct. Brian.
Interceptor.
And Caleb.
The HMS Interceptor.
And your next question is, what is the name of the priestess played by Naomi Harris who reveals Davy Jones's weakness?
Boom.
And I'm going to start with Brian.
Tia Dalma.
Caleb.
Tia Dalma.
And Lucas.
Tia Dalma.
And everyone is correct. Next question is, what is the name of the island where the Aztec gold that cursed Barbossa's crew was found?
Oh my god. This one's gonna hurt.
And it looks like everyone is ready.
Yeah.
Lucas, did you get anything?
Nope. Completely blanked.
Brian.
Isla de Muerta.
That is correct. Caleb.
Isla de Muerta.
That is correct. Next question is, what is the full name of Jack's father, portrayed by Keith Richards?
I mean, I don't think they ever say his first name.
Say a first name?
They may have said it once, but because I remember watching it, hearing it once in the movie. So,
I mean, it's never said in Outworld.
I mean, you could challenge it if you wish.
Okay. I only have the last name, but I'll try.
All right, Brian, what did you get?
Captain Teague. I just guessed the first name, Edmund. I don't know.
You don't know how close you were with that first name, Caleb.
Oh.
I said Jack Teague, but I don't.
And Lucas.
Did not have it. You
You know what? I'll throw out my challenge for that. I don't think they ever say the first name out loud in the movies.
Yeah, I mean, I will, because I mean, his first name is Edward.
Edward.
But
I was actually going to write that down. Not gonna lie, because it sounds like Edward Teach.
But now that I think about it, I think you are right. Caleb is
because when they in Atworld someone is introduced, they refer to him as the keeper of the codex, Captain Teague.
Yeah.
So
I mean, because you both had the last name, I'll give it to you.
Okay. Sure.
But anyway, next question number 10. Richard Harris is famous for his role as Vernon Dursley in Harry Potter. Which king does he play in On Stranger Tides?
Do you need like the numerals and everything too, or?
Yes, because there is multiple.
I think I have it then.
Brian, what did you get?
George II.
That is correct. Caleb.
King George II.
And Lucas.
King George II.
Is all correct.
I hate that movie. Okay.
Next question is, at the end of On Stranger Tides, Jack carries the shrunken black pearl and other ships in what item? And go for it. And everyone's ready. Caleb, what'd you get?
A sack.
That is correct. Lucas.
I wrote knapsack.
And Brian.
Sack.
And that is correct. And yeah, I will give Lucas knapsack.
To give it to him.
Yeah. But anyway, next question is, in the beginning of Dead Men Tell No Tales, Henry tells Will that something can break the Dutchman's curse. What is it? And I need its specific title.
Can you repeat the question?
Yep, I can do that. In the beginning of Dead Men Tell No Tales, Henry tells Will that something can break the Dutchman's curse. What is it? And Brian and Caleb ready. I'm going to go for a quick 5 count. 5.
I'm good.
You're good. Lucas, what'd you get?
Jack Sparrow?
That is incorrect. Brian.
Poseidon's Trident.
That is correct. Caleb.
Trident of Poseidon.
That is also correct.
Damn.
But the next question is, who composed the music for Dead Men Tell No Tales?
Oh my God. Damn.
And Brian, what'd you get?
I'm not sure the last name. Is it Jeff Zanelli?
That is correct. Caleb.
Jeff Zanelli. God, Brian Mitz.
Lucas.
Nope,
Study,
completely
man.
blanked it. I literally did it 10 minutes ago. Could
He's
not
worked on
remember.
all 5, technically. He's done additional music on all of them, except for the 5th one where he's the main one.
Yeah. The next question is, who is the only actor to be nominated for an Oscar for an acting role in the franchise?
Let's make this quick.
Caleb.
Johnny Depp.
Lucas.
Johnny Depp.
And Brian.
Sir Jonathan Depp.
That is all correct. And next question is, what is the name of the what is the name of the sea shanty that they sing at the beginning of At World's End? I can't speak well.
Me no speak good.
And it looks like everyone is ready. And Lucas.
Hoist the colors.
That is correct. Brian.
Hoist the colors.
And Caleb.
Hoist the colors.
And the next question is, which animal says the phrase "Dead men tell no tales" in Curse of the Black Pearl? And Brian.
I'm not aware of any other talking animals, so a parrot.
That is correct. Caleb.
That'd be Cotton's parrot.
That is correct.
He said it. I wrote it. Cotton's parrot.
And we go into the short break because that was the last question. And we've got ourselves a really barn burner of a game here. We've got Brian in the lead with 14 points. Caleb is closely trailing with 13 points, and then Lucas has got 8 points. So it's really close, and anything can happen in this last 10 minutes.
Sure. You can say that.
I mean, we'll find out if that Oscars question has burnt Caleb or not. But anyway, we're going to go back into the main round. And with this question, finish this Jack Sparrow quote. Me, I'm dishonest, and a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for, because you never know when they're going to blank, and I'm looking for 6 words.
Can you repeat the whole thing again?
Yeah. Finish this quote. Me, I'm dishonest, and a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for, because you never know when they're going to blank.
Is that 6 words?
Yes. And I'm going to go for a quick 5 count. Okay, we don't need to do that. Brian, what do you have?
Hodor, 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 Hodor.
Caleb.
Do or say something dishonest, savvy.
No. Lucas.
Start being dishonest like the rest?
No. I stuffed up in the repeat because I gave you the first 2 words, which was going to, but you never know when they're going to do something incredibly stupid.
There it is.
Yeah. The next question is, what book are Pintel and Rigetti talking about on the lifeboat in Dead Man's Chest, in which Rigetti says that you get credit for trying to read it? And Caleb jumped on that question really quickly.
Some of my favorite characters.
Love these guys.
They're the shit.
And Caleb, what's the
So
answer?
mad that they didn't come back after all time. It's the Bible. You get credit for trying.
Lucas
It's the Bible.
and Brian.
Bible.
And next question is, Angelica claims to be the daughter of which famous pirate in On Stranger Tides?
I do appreciate that in the movie. I don't think they ever actually gave us an answer to this question.
Yeah, it's why I worded it claims to be.
Because like they literally don't ever give us. They claim a lot of things in that movie.
Yeah.
I can't tell if this was like intentional because they're lying or they're just shitty at writing plot.
Lucas, what's the answer?
Blackbeard.
Brian
Blackbeard.
and Caleb.
Blackbeard.
That is correct. The next question is, when Will and Elizabeth finally get married, what are they doing at the same time? And Lucas and Brian are reading, so is Caleb. Brian, what do you have?
I don't know how specific you want. They were sword fighting during the Maelstrom.
I will give you that, Caleb.
They were sword fighting both Beckett and Davy Jones's men in the middle of a maelstrom.
Correct, Lucas.
You guys went more specific than me. I said they were fighting a battle on a ship.
That is still correct. Okay.
Caleb just went for the incredibly long and.
I just went for the jugular on that one. I'm like, I don't know what you need.
But the next question is, which three people are fighting for the key to Davy Jones's chest on a water wheel?
I love this scene.
I could tell you the order in which these people have the key. That's how deep of studying I went.
Caleb, what do you have?
James Norrington, Will Turner, and Jack Sparrow.
Lucas.
James Torrington, Jack Sparrow, Will Turner.
And Brian.
There should be a captain in there somewhere. Captain Jack Sparrow, Will Turner, and Commodore Norrington.
He's not a Commodore in that scene, just saying.
Oh, challenge. He's been kicked out at that point.
Yeah, he's been kicked out of
It's the right character, though. It's the right character.
Yeah, I mean...
If that's the case, you didn't say captain, so I'll challenge that.
Well, he's not officially a captain at that point. Does he have a ship?
He does not have... He is a captain, so, yeah.
But anyway, while we enjoyed the debates about captains and commodores, the next question is, what does Captain Jack store the heart of Davy Jones in? That looks like everyone is ready. Lucas, what do you have?
A jar filled with sand?
Ooh, Brian.
What it is.
I've got a jar of dirt.
Caleb.
It's a jar of dirt for like 1 minute because then Norrington takes it.
Yeah. I mean, I
I'd give it to him.
I'd give it to him.
I'd say it
Okay,
looks
it
more
is
like
literally
sand than it
sand.
does dirt.
It looks more like sand than soil. So
Okay, I mean, if you agree to give it to him, I'll give it to him. So.
It also literally fucking doesn't matter. I'm down like 6 points right now.
If he was in the lead, I wouldn't give it to him. But
yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
valid.
But anyway, next question is: name one of the two reasons that Elizabeth gives to Jack when he asks, "Why is the rum gone?" And both Lucas and Brian are ready. I'm going to give Caleb a quick 5 count. 5.
Caleb's probably trying to write both.
No, I'm trying to write the exact quote that she gives.
I'm not doing that. I did not do that.
Brian, what do you have?
this is where Caleb catches me. I don't know. Drank it all?
That is incorrect, Caleb.
The exact quote she gives is, "It's a vile drink that turns men into the worst versions of themselves, and also to create a smoke screen or a screen."
That is correct. Lucas.
The slightly less complicated version of Caleb's because it is a vile drink.
That is correct. And Caleb and Brian have just tied. The next question is: what is the name of the bank that they are dedicating in Dead Men Tells No Tales, which Jack steals?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I literally was just watching this.
I have a guess.
And
I hope it's right.
and both Brian and Caleb are ready, and everyone is ready. Brian, what do you have?
Is the Bank of St. Martin?
That is correct. Caleb.
I said Her Majesty's Royal Bank of St. Martin.
I'll give you it. You got Bank of St. Martin.
Okay.
Lucas.
Nope, watched the scene right before we started. Could not remember it.
And Caleb and Brian just stay tied.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
The next question is: how does Captain Salazar and his crew become free?
I knew this dumb movie was going to hurt me.
What's funny is all the trivia he's like pulling from this movie is like, if you've seen it, you know it.
Yeah,
sort
but
of
I've seen
thing.
it and I don't know it off the top of my head.
I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times in total.
I've seen it one time and I wasn't really paying attention the first time.
Yeah, I watched it the first time, didn't know what to make of it. Watched it the third time, was like,
Yeah, forget this.
Yeah, I mean, I've already seen this once when it first came out, and once more just to get questions.
Can I have a repeat just to make sure I heard the question right?
Yeah, how does Captain Salazar and his crew become free?
which I don't understand this plot point at all.
I need clarification. Free of the curse or free from the triangle?
I believe it's free from the triangle.
Okay, in that case, I'm ready.
Yeah. Caleb,
Jack gives up his compass.
that is correct. Lucas,
I literally fell asleep in the end of this movie. I have no idea.
Brian,
Jack trades his compass for a drink, a whole bottle actually.
and that is correct. And that is the last question before the speed round.
Yippee.
Just set the timer to 3 minutes.
21. Let's go.
And anyway, your first question in the speed round is what part of the body does actually? Yeah, no, I'll ask this one, but what part of the body does Uncle Jack tell Jack that they won't cut off if he mentions his name? in Dead Men Tell No Tales? I didn't order these questions perfectly.
Can I hear that again?
Yeah. What part of the body does Uncle Jack tell Jack Sparrow that they won't cut off if he mentions his name in Dead Men Tell No Tales? And Uncle Jack is famously played by Paul McCartney. And looks like everyone is ready. Brian, what do you have?
I don't know. Nose?
That is not correct. Caleb.
I went the same way. I said nose.
And Lucas.
I said tongue.
That is also incorrect. The answer was his feet.
Mm.
Yeah. All I remember is the terrible joke about the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Finish this quote from Barbossa in The Curse of the Black Pearl. Behold, the cursed treasure of blank. And it's just one word.
God damn.
And everyone is ready. Caleb.
Cortez.
That is correct. Lucas.
Nothing.
And Brian.
Cortez.
All right. Next question is. What is Jack's last line in Dead Man's Chest?
I knew that was going to come up.
Both Caleb and Brian seem to be one is ready. Lucas, what did you get?
I think this is the last line of one of the movies. Not sure it's the right one. Drink up, me yardies, yo ho.
No.
Last
Brian,
line of 2 movies.
All
I
right.
believe it's Hello Beastie.
that is correct.
Hello, beastie.
That is correct. Yes, that's the only movie in which he doesn't have the final line of the thing.
The film.
And that was also the last question of the speed round.
Ooh.
Brian, we might be going to the death, buddy.
This could take a while.
No.
I do have a tiebreaker question. So, but
This one? Oh, I see what you're saying.
well, I've got a few other questions that haven't been asked, but I'll go to the tiebreaker one first, and then the other ones is if it needs to be. But yeah, as they alluded to, Caleb and Brian are still tied on 22 points. Lucas is on 11.
I have
but-
23, 23, 14.
I have 22, 22, 11.
Don't you
Oh.
lose points in the speed round?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm not counting for then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go. All right.
yeah. Anyway, the tiebreaker question is I just reorganize my document.
You don't want me answering these, do you, Malcolm?
I mean, you can answer this one for stats purposes if you want. This is pretty much going to be a what's closest to answer anyway. So
All right. I'll just not and let them play. I'm clearly not going to win. Next week, gentlemen. Tune in for a better match.
but anyway, your question is, and the closest answer wins. How many pieces of Aztec gold does Barbossa tell Elizabeth was in the chest?
What? Oh my god. Okay.
Right. Brian
I believe it's 882.
and Caleb, what do you have?
987.
And your winner, getting the exact number of pieces of Aztec gold in the chest, Brian Michaels with the upset.
Wow.
But yeah, this was such a great match. Like Brian and Caleb were just on each other's toes most of that. It just came down to the tiebreaker question. I'm going to go to our victor first. Brian, how do you feel about this match?
I feel like I didn't study for nothing. I have a hard time just playing for fun, even though that was my original plan. For this one, I was like, no, I want to study. So I watched all the movies and I was scouring Wikipedia and everything. And I still expected Caleb to beat me, but that one Oscar question is the only reason that I managed to come out on top. The only reason I went to a tiebreaker, even. So it was fun.
But yeah, I've got you down for a few other random matches. But is there any other matches that you may not have asked for that you want to throw out there as a challenge?
Not at the moment. I mean, actually, now I'm 3 for 3 on winning my random matches, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think eventually when we do an Indiana Jones, and I think the other one I'm in for is Bill and Ted. Other than that, I'm not in for anything. If you ever need somebody to jump into something, I'm happy to, but I probably will not do nearly as well on the other subjects. So. I carefully pick my subjects. So.
And Caleb, you played so well, just came down to the tiebreak, and you just misremembering the Oscars question. But how do you feel about your match today?
In Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, when they're at Shipwreck Cove with the brother in court, in voting order, the members are Captain Amand, Capitan Saval, Simbaji, Mistress Ching, Gentleman Jacquard, Elizabeth Swan, in place of Sao Fang, Hector Barbosa, Captain Villanueva, and Captain Jack Sparrow. Just to prove to you, I studied for a very different match than Brian Lucas did. So, yeah, I feel good. I just feel like I wasn't expecting this match. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. And I'm salty about the Aztec gold. Salty as hell. But it's fun.
You know, I heard that number. I'm like, that's totally going to be a question. I took note of that.
I know I have it written down in my notepad of a million notes I have. I forgot it. So that's frustrating.
But yeah, I don't have the document in front of me, but I think I've got you down for some other random matches. But is there any other random matches challenge you want to throw out there?
I think I'm in a Rocky one with Cody and Sandy.
Yeah, that one I've got you down for.
Okay. Any other things I would want to play? Scouring around the room really quickly to think of any ideas. You know what? I don't know if there's even a market for this. I will do a screenwriters random match if there's a market. Answering questions about screenwriters. I'll do it if anyone's in.
I mean, I'll definitely put it down. There may be some people out there that will take you on in that challenge. So, and Lucas, like you knew you probably weren't going to do that well in this one, but
Nope.
How do you feel about this match overall anyway?
I mean, I hate losing. That's not fun, but I didn't embarrass myself or anything. So I think at the end of the day, this was as successful as it was going to be.
But yeah, I mean, you're back next week in the office match. But is there any other matches you want to throw out there as a challenge?
I feel like the best time to throw out challenges is after I smoke it next week. So I think I'll wait till then.
That's completely fair. But yeah, next week we've got a match about the office, and it's going to be Lucas taking on Jim Green, taking on Nat Vu. I don't know much about this mysterious Nat Vu myself, but it's going to be interesting. But it's going to be a great match all around. Like both Lucas and Jim claim to know the office. We'll find out who's going to come out on top, and will Nat come out of nowhere and smoke them both. It's going to be really interesting. But that's all for this week. But Brian, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Facebook under my name, Brian Michaels. If you use Letterboxd, I'm under the name Cinemaphile. As far as on the trivia leagues, you'll find me everywhere. I'm competing in all of them, occasionally on Battleground as well. Also, one of the writers and showrunners for Multiplex, where we have our current team tournament going on. And we'll be starting a singles tournament after that ends, so probably sometime in the summer.
And Caleb, where can people find you online?
You can find me over on Multiplex Entertainment. I am the showrunner of Fandom Fight with Kane McMillan. We are getting ready for the Summer Series tournament. We will begin recording those in the next couple of weeks, but we will be dropping a bunch of matches soon. We have Arkham Knights Kings of Winter for the team title coming up, Jeremy Adams versus Sandy Robinson in the singles #1 contender match. A lot of great stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. But yeah, just ready for that.
And Lucas, where can people find you online?
It's not that hard. Just look for my name. It's very unique. No one else has it. Literally, no one else in the continent of the United States has my name. Just look for it. Facebook, Letterboxd. Enjoy.
And you can find me every week hosting Full Metal Random every Tuesday. You can find me on Tape 3 Productions hosting Rankum every Sunday. And next week's topic is going to be Top 12 video game series. Should be a lot of fun. You can also find me competing in trivia on Full Metal Multiplex. And you can also find me on Stardust, Letterboxd, and Twitter at Melkor. And until next week, keep being random.